Hey guys, what's up? Just me tonight. Trey's still resting after a trip. Shout out moms. But I wanted to talk about RJ Barrett and what we saw today for the Knicks. A lot of things to unpack. Another loss in Summer League. Remember when we were supposed to be Summer League champions? Yeah, that's why I don't listen to the media.
Take note.
Big Beach!
Wait here.
My man, Alan, just been
It's different this time, but it sounds like you're
Reggie in town. Today we saw finally a pretty decent performance from RJ. I think got off the hump a little bit. He felt a bit more comfortable. You saw him playing point guard a lot, really kind of making the play happen, which was good to see. The game didn't start really well for him. He struggled. Shot blocked here, turnover here. But what he was doing, which I like to see, is that he was really letting the game come to him. He was not forcing like he had the previous two games. He was taking his time, trying to recognize spots. So even when he wasn't playing well, it didn't feel like the past couple games where he just kept going 100 miles per hour into a brick wall. Second half came around. The team got benched. RJ came back in and finished really strongly in the fourth quarter. Really nice. A couple really nice assists. Getting to the basket. Finishing with both hands. A couple of really nice finishes with the right hand, which were really impressive. So we got to see RJ be a bit more of who we hope he's going to be at this level down the line. I think one thing that's really important to notice, and it's something that's been a little alarming, but not a death sentence to his career, is that RJ is having a lot of trouble getting separation from his defender. He's relied on bully ball for a lot of his life, and the guys in the NBA are just bigger and stronger. So he's not, and in addition, he's not necessarily the most crafty guy. I think he has to work on that a lot, actually. He doesn't have a lot of creative dribble drives to get past this guy. So if he gets stopped and he can't physically get past them, you see him getting stuck, having to pass out, maybe committing a turnover. I thought in the second half he was a lot more patient, which was good to see. But for RJ to really hit it at this level, I think he's going to have to really go into his skill bag and develop James Harden-esque skills at that point. Harden is obviously one of the most skilled guys in our league, but RJ definitely needs a couple go-to moves he can use to get where he needs to be. Don't kill me for this, but it kind of reminds me of Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce was able to use his body and craft to compensate for a lack of elite athleticism. I think a lot of people thought RJ was way more athletic than he is. He's a good athlete, a decent one, a pretty good one, you could even say, but definitely not that elite upper echelon tier. So he's gonna have to figure out different ways of making himself effective on the basketball court. But I trust RJ to do that. That's kind of why I wanted him anyway. It wasn't necessarily that I thought he'd be so good from the start. It was really that I knew he was someone who would keep striving for more, striving to be better, which was great to see tonight. Good solid game from him. I gotta wonder, he ran point and looked solid. Let's see how we run it out the rest of the Summer League, and let's see, maybe up for some surprises in the preseason for the Knicks. Real quickly about the rest of the players. Mitch Robinson taking Summer League way too much. He's taking it as a joke right now. Too many fouls, which I don't like seeing. He's having fun out there, so I'm not going to kill him for it. But I would really hope two things in particular I haven't seen so far. Some more discipline from Mitch. I feel like he's really chasing blocks and highlights out there. Maybe, he knows these guys aren't on his level, so he's having fun. But I would like to see him really pull back on the fouls. A lot of silly ones, and next year he's going to be relied on as our major center, as our main center, as really the only pure center on the roster. He's going to have to play good minutes, and if he's not able to do so, it's really going to hurt us as a team. Secondly, I'm disappointed he's not taking jumpers. I don't know if it's him or directive from Jed Butcher or Fizdale or whatever it is. I was really hoping to see Mitch stretch the floor a bit, or at least attempt to, this Summer League. Still hasn't really taken any jumpers. We haven't really seen anything that we thought he might be working on. If he is gonna become a potential stretch big, not full time, but someone who could maybe pop out there, give you a couple jumpers, you'd hope to see Summer League being a place where he would practice that and that would start. But we still have some more games. We'll see what happens. Knox, I think Knox made up for. Well, Knox tried to make up for not getting the ball much in the last game. He was atrocious tonight, just shooting 3 for 15, but got to the line a few times, which I really like to see, and kind of stayed aggressive overall. Kevin is growing. I've been happy with his shooting thus far. Tonight he forced it a bit more. Too many shots off the dribble, whereas he was hitting a lot more catch and shoots in the first 2 games. I think it was kind of a mix of the last game, him not getting the ball basically in the second half after a hot start, and he tried to make sure he got involved early and was a bit more selfish than usual. I think in the next game, I think he'll calm back down and kind of get back to what we've been seeing from him in Summer League this year. As for the rest of the guys, Iggy, another decent game. Nice first step. He's someone you talk about RJ. Iggy's pretty crafty in comparison. Really nice to see him finding little ways to get to the basket. Right place, right time. Had a nice little block there. Nice little cutoff ball. Nice 3. Like, you're gonna get I feel like Iggy's gonna be this guy to give us whatever we need on a given night, and I gotta love it. His attitude's on point. Kadeem Allen has been atrocious. I'm really kind of disappointed, almost completely out on him at this point. I know last Summer League, Dotson was kind of the guy who got this, because Dotson was really bad in Summer League as well. But after how Allen finished the season, I think you would have hoped that he'd lead the team better from a leadership and point guard, floor general perspective. He's been a bag of turnovers, bad decisions. Not cutting it right now. Quick shout out to Tyler Kavanaugh. I don't really see him making the roster, but I like what he can bring to the team potentially. We'll see where that ends up. And for some quick trade news, quick free agency news. As you might have seen today, the Knicks are renegotiating that Reggie Bullock deal. Reggie Bullock was on 2 years, $21 million, and it looks like they're gonna maybe change that contract, bring it down a lot. His agent seemed receptive to it, and it comes out that there may be an injury issue with him. I don't know what kind of injury, long-term, short-term, but it seems like something that might limit his ability to play a full season. With that, we're now finding out that Marcus Morris might be going back on his offer on his deep, verbal contract that he signed with the Spurs. Seems to me he might be interested in this 1 year, $15 million contract in New York. Now he's due to get $20 million in the Spurs over 2 years. Come here, he can play the 4, the 3. I think Fizz is gonna love him. This is a good player. He's competitive. I love a couple years ago he was barking on LeBron in the playoffs. Maybe ill-advised, but still really bringing back that grimy, gritty New York attitude. I would really like this signing. We're getting a bit of a logjam at the 3-4 position, so Fizz has a lot of work to do, but just on talent alone, if you could end up making, Morris your 15th guy, meaning the 15th person at the end of the roster, that's amazing, because he's going to be a guy who's like a 6-man for you, potentially a starter, and bring more competitiveness overall. Nothing against Lance Thomas, cool guy, but I would love if our team was just all competitors all the way through, guys who could really challenge for spots. Like I said, Fizz is going to have his work cut out for him. But to wrap up, nice game from RJ. Good to see him feeling a bit more comfortable. I think his confidence is going to grow from there on. I mean, that 3 hit late. Felt really good after getting to the basket a couple times. So RJ is going to be just fine. Just calm down, guys. Alright, peace. Trey will be back next episode. Got more fun stuff for you. Thanks for watching.
As always, thanks again for watching our video. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you'll know every time that we post a new video. And check out some of our other stuff.